This lesson is called rotations. We want to recognize clockwise and counterclockwise rotations, as well as apply the rules to the coordinates of the preimage and create counterclockwise rotations. Okay, so a rigid transformation is a transformation that does not affect the dimensions of the figure. So we have translations, reflections, and rotations. If you remember, our other transformation that we talked about earlier were dilations, and that can make the figure smaller or larger. So a rotation is a transformation in which a figure is turned about a fixed point called the center of rotation, and there's two types. You can go clockwise or counterclockwise, and it's fixed about a point. And in our case, it's usually going to be the origin. Okay, so here we have the rules. Let's see if I can pull them all up. Well, I guess not. So we have the 90-degree rotation, and this is going to be a counterclockwise rotation. And the rule is you take the coordinates AB, which you could X, Y, AB, and it becomes negative BA. So we'll do examples. And then we have a 180-degree, again, counterclockwise rotation, and the rule is AB becomes negative A, negative B. So you keep the same order, you just change the signs. And then the last one, is the 270-degree rotation, and the rule is AB becomes B, negative A. So let's look at examples. So here we just have like some letters, and they ask the angle and the direction. So the first thing on this first one, you can think of it as a 90-degree clockwise, but we don't have a rule for clockwise. So the same thing as a 90-degree clockwise is we could go all the way around this way, and it would be a 270-degree counterclockwise. Okay, and so with applying our rules, this would be the way we'd want to look at that. Now, B, that's a 90 degrees counterclockwise. And then what about C? Okay, it's 180 degrees, and you could get there clockwise or counterclockwise. You end up in the same place, but we'll call it counterclockwise because those are the rules that we have. All right, so now in this, they give us all the rules here. And so you can look at the top of this. You have your 90 degree, your 180, your 270, and then the rules below it. And so they want us to, I'm just going to scroll up and fill this in. Okay, what are our coordinates? So I'm going to write the coordinates from this picture right here if you want to go ahead and look at them. I'm going to move it. And A was originally, okay, where was I? Right here. Okay, so A was originally -4, -2. And then we had -7, 3, and -3, 5. And then we just apply the rule. So if it's going to be a 90-degree counterclockwise rotation, it would be +2 because we changed the sign of B and put it first, and then -A. And then for the 180-degree rotation, they stay in the same order. We just change the signs. And then for the third 270-degree, B comes first, so -2, and then we change the sign of A. So we just follow the rules. So again, for point B, B prime, the 90 degree would become -3, -7, because B stays the same. Then this one, +7, -3, and then this one is 3, 7. And on the last point, C, we have -5, -3. Then we have 3, -5. And then we have 5, +3. You could go back and plot those, but I'm going to go ahead and wait for the next one because it's too small on this. So let's go ahead to the next example. Okay. So here they want a 90 degrees counterclockwise, give the new coordinates, and we'll go ahead and plot this one. So the original coordinates I already wrote down were -4, 2, -3, 9, and 1, 3. And so the rule here is going to be AB becomes -BA. So this would be -2, -4, and then -9, -3, have to think close, and then -3, sorry, don't know what happened, -3, 1. And so now let's plot that and see what happens. So we get -2, -4 would be about there, and that's going to be O prime, and then -9, -3, that is P prime, this is O prime, and then -3, 1, and that is Q prime. Okay, and then that would be our 90 degrees counterclockwise rotation. So you should pause the video here and do this one yourself. Okay, this is what your picture should look like. I wrote the first coordinates. 3, -4 becomes 4, +3. 0, 1 becomes -1, 0. And 4, 3 becomes -3, 4. And then you draw them and look, A prime is the same point as C was originally. So this is a 90 degree counterclockwise rotation. All right. So now we are going to do a 180 counterclockwise. And again, the 180 would be the same clockwise or counterclockwise. So the rule is AB becomes, you just switch the order, you just switch the signs. -A, -B. Okay? So now I'm going to plot these points. -3, -3. I'll not plot them, but write the -5, 2, and -6, -4. So all we do is change the sign. So this becomes 3, 3. This becomes 5, -2. And this becomes 6, 4. So that is 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So there is X prime. 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2. This is X prime. This is W prime. And then 6, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4. And that would be Y prime. And that is our 180 degree rotation. So the last one, we'll do a 270 degree rotation. And so we have -5, -8, -8, -3, and -4, -1. And the rule here is AB becomes B -A. So B comes first, same sign, change the sign of A. B first, change the sign of A, B, and then A. And so here We have negative 8, 5. There we go. That will be A prime. Then we have negative 3, 8. I think that's right there. And then negative 1, 4. And so this is C prime, this is B prime, and this was A prime. And that is a 270 degree. So think it's going over here makes it 90, then going up here would be 180, and then one more time makes it 270. All right, that's the last one, and so you'll do the practice, and hopefully this is going to all make sense. Thank you.